Borkoff, head of marketing here at 8Fig. And I'm with Eric Bandholz. And we are going to do another episode of Chilada Chats where we talk spicy commerce. Hooray. So, Eric, you want to give like a quick intro? Yeah.
Let's do it.
Just do it.
All right. So I'm Eric Bandholz, the founder of Beard Brand. We are a men's grooming company. Obviously, we sell products for your beard.
Obviously.
But we've gone beyond the beard over the years. We have hair care products. We have soaps, anything.
Beyond the beard, I like that.
Beyond the beard. So we do have great products. We've been in business for, I think we're going on our 12 years.
Wow.
We launched in 2012. So 11 years. And bootstrap. Small team. Small team though. We purposely kept it small, but we're okay with it being small, if that makes sense. So it is more of a lifestyle business than something that we're trying to build and sell. So.
That's great. I mean, especially during the pandemic, and I mean, I'm also from like the tech SaaS world where you see, everyone's just like grow, and then we're just like in a state of implosion right now. So I think like slow, smart growth is just kind of the way to do it.
I mean, the thing is, in business, there's no right or wrong way to do it. Like, you get to build the business the way you want to do it. And it comes down to what your preferences are in life and what you like. So Beard Brand, our core values are freedom, hunger, and trust, with freedom being like a really important thing. So at Beard Brand, our core values are freedom, hunger, and trust. And those are really how we define the decisions we make, from who we hire to the vendors and partners we work with, and how we treat our customers. Like, everything comes down to those three. Freedom for me means like not being anybody's, not being anyone's bitch.
That's literally what I was about to say. I was like, I'm just going to say it more gracefully.
Yeah, I can't be.
I'm on the same page here,
So, like, to me, that means like doing things our own way and bootstrapping and kind of controlling the outcomes. And really, like, our number one service is to our customers. It's not to investors. It's not to, like future investors or people who are going to buy the company. And by growing a business that's bootstrapped and focused on profitability, then it's a more sustainable business. So when things do go wrong, and they will go wrong in business, then hopefully you've built the business in a way that can go up or down depending on the needs. So so freedom's been really important to us, and
I love that. That's great.
And you don't. The funny thing about business is, like, our business is not very big. Relative to how big businesses can. So our business is not very big compared to, Apple's, or even like some of the darling D2C companies. So what we realize is around like $3 million of revenue, me and my business partners, like, you can have a great life doing that. So $3 million of revenue, let's assume you shoot for like 10 to 20% profitability. That's going to be like $300,000 to $600,000. Bottom line, you want to leave like half of that in the business to grow, and then the half of that to kind of pay yourself. So you're talking about like a 6-figure job to do anything you want. So come in the days you want to come on, to work on the days you want to work on, to work anywhere you want to work on, to develop and produce the type of products you want to produce. Like, that is like not only like, yes, maybe you can go make $500,000 working at Netflix or Facebook or whatever, get more money. But the ability, the trade-off to have a 6-figure paying job and to work on the things that you really love, I don't think there's a better.
Oh, that's super valuable. Yeah. I'm curious about the $3 million. I really like how you just laid it out, like, this number to get to this percentage profitability, and like this is what you need to like just live your life. So like, was $3 million something that you always knew you wanted to work to, or how did you even get to that number in the first place?
Yeah. So for me, like, $3 million is because I have 2 business partners. So like, if you're a husband and a wife team, it's probably like $1 million or like $1.5 million, something like that. So because we had to essentially split it between multiple founders, and then I have a very modest living requirements. So like, I drive a Subaru, and I have a modest house, and like my hobbies are coffee and rowing, which is like. So it's like $200, $200 a month or whatever you pay for that.
Yeah.
And Yeah, so I mean, like for me, I don't have these desires to buy airplanes.
Yeah.
But if someone's like really driven to pursue those things, then $3 million is not gonna work.
Yeah. But was that like going into the business? Was that a number you knew you wanted to work?
No, so we had a lot of the founders had a lot of strife for a period of time when we were growing it, because this was always like a side project. It started off as a side project for me, and then we got some traction, and then I kind of went into it full time, and then we got some more traction, and then I convinced my business partner to come in board, and we got some more traction. And we, in the early days, we're like, oh, this is growing, everything's great. Like in the early days when it's easy and we have these wins, like I know that's not the experience for everyone, but for us, it was just like, it seemed like we could do no wrong. It was just like the right time, the right product.
It's a fault me.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. I wish I could take credit for it. And because we had this kind of like, hockey growth, the plan was like, all right, let's unicorn it. Let's take over the world. So we were eating like a lot of ramen. We weren't paying ourselves. All the money was going back into the business, and it was very stressful. Very stressful for the relationship with the partnerships as well, because we had different equity percentages. So there wasn't like this. There's more reward for me as someone with larger equity amount to grow it, and then maybe that value in the future, versus being able to take some out of it. So after like a lot of strife between the owners. We do quarterly strategy sessions. Oh, cool. So this quarterly strategy session was in Amsterdam. And I would recommend like 2 international and 2 local if you can travel. But you get away from the business, you step away, and then the different countries give you a lot of different perspective and how they operate, and also gives you ideas or inspiration for new like products and ways to do business. Anyways, I digress. But in Amsterdam, in Amsterdam we had the really tough. We had the really tough conversations. And worked through this and came to the terms where we're like, it's $3 million. Yeah. We make, let's get the profitability to 10 to 20%, maybe 15% set on that, and then pay ourselves and enjoy the journey. Yeah. Rather than build for this destination that may never happen.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Well, I want to get us scooting along. Office, so
spice it up.
Spice it. It's already spicy in here. Oh God. We can cut out as much. I'm always like, Dory's gonna cut it out, and he never does. But that's okay. So this is it's Yellowbird.
I have a funny story about this.
Oh yeah? Do tell.
Okay.
Why don't you apply some, and then we'll get into the story. This is like fun flavor.
I'll just do.
You'll have a good time. You're not gonna die on this one. If you do, then I don't know about.
So Yellowbird, I was at a house party many years ago, and they had Yellowbird there, and I was putting some of this Yellowbird on my sauce, and then I just talked to people. I'm like, doesn't it kind of look like the bird is coming out of someone's colon?
Oh my God! I've never noticed that. Like a little bird. Yeah. And they'll love that.
Yeah. Well, it was like the person who worked at Yellowbird.
Oh, okay. Wait, you were.
I think it was the founder. I think it was the founder of Yellowbird that I told that.
And what did he say?
It was not the most like.
He was, it didn't land.
He was not very proud. Yeah, he was not very proud that it was like a little butthole that his
my God. But I see it though. Do you see it? Yeah. You see it. Well, I have to like zoom into well, dive in. I love that. I know it's funny because I've been like, oh yeah, Yellowbird's gonna like eventually sponsor this, and now like we might get like step back. And I'm like, whatever, we buy them ourselves anyway. So
Yellowbird's a cool company.
Yeah, we like them. Just because it's like couldn't be a butt doesn't mean anything negative. It's pretty good. You like that?
Yeah, it tastes like grain.
Grain, yeah. I mean,
that's how I know like flavors, just like
colors.
The color.
I like that.
I don't know, like kind of jalapeno.
It tastes like green, yeah. I mean, it's like garlic, lime.
Cucumber?
Who
puts cucumbers in there?
Oh, yeah. I've been eating this every time, never noticed cucumber.
Oh.
Wow. Amazing. So, I usually start out the show, we started talking about such good stuff, so I didn't want to stop it. But I like to do some, like, quick, like, fun questions where you just answer.
Okay.
Okay. So,
and also, my apologies to all watching. Like, I've got a giant beard, so you're just.
I'm kind of curious. I was thinking about that because I always feel awkward, like, eating on camera. But I'm like, that was actually one of the questions was going to be, like, do you have a method for eating with your beard?
Yeah, so it's, straws are preferable because then you just, you skip through, like, just getting the water on the mustache. And then, it's just a ton of napkins, so like.
Yeah. Do you have to open your mouth wider, like thinking about things like that, or? I could, yeah, I should. But I also like. But you don't.
In styling my mustache, I do style the mustache away, which helps a little bit.
Yeah, I see, because it versus just like a straight.
Mm-hmm. But there are certain foods I just avoid too, like
what?
A hot dog with chili on it.
Cottage cheese.
Any sandwich with like eggs on it.
Oh, wait.
Cottage cheese is okay because you can use a spoon.
With a spoon.
Yeah. Tacos, you can kind of go sideways.
Yeah. Okay.
Donuts can be challenging.
Donuts. So anything that's like a cupcake.
Oh, bagels with cream cheese.
Like anything that's just like layered food.
Is it like a liquidy kind of food?
Yeah.
It's got to be a dry food.
Okay, curious.
Sometimes
I'm just curious because I'm like, I've never had a mustache and I've just always thought about. Well, I have Halloween. I've never. There were a few years. I was like every.
You've always shaved your mustache.
I've shaved it. I've I thought about growing it out. I know if I was a dude, I think I would have I would definitely opt for just like the weird mustache hair, which I feel like it's come back. Like all of the 70s stashes and stuff are now for a while you're like, oh, that's a serial killer, but now it's cool.
Yeah.
But still maybe. Anyway,
they're kind of like that Tom Selleck, 80s look.
They're back in.
Top Gun with Miles Teller. Was it Miles Teller? Mm-hmm. He's the guy I think that kind of jump started the return of the mustache.
I'm gonna Google him. Yeah.
We did a video on it.
Oh.
And that video did pretty well.
I'll have to watch. Maybe we'll link in the comments. But I had a Halloween. There were a few Halloweens in a row where I kept having, I was the Captain Crunch guy, and then I was the Monopoly man, and I kept having a big old white beard. And by the end of the night, it was just soaked in beer and just absolutely disgusting. So I'm just how do people actually have that all the time? But I guess you just
a lot of napkins.
Yeah, napkins. But anyway, so actually that leads me to my first question. What is your your favorite all-time Halloween costume?
That I've worn or that I've seen people
that you've
wear?
Worn, that you've done.
I don't I'm kind of
you're not a Halloween guy.
What do they call Grinches? I'm kind of like a holiday Grinch.
Oh, all holidays? I'm sure your kids love that. Okay, well, next question. What's your spirit animal?
Oh, that one I actually know. It's a peacock.
Oh, okay. Do tell.
Well,
there's the obvious insinuation.
No. So, isn't spirit animal the combination between your Chinese zodiac and your? No, I'm thinking of primal zodiac. Have you ever looked into primal zodiac?
No, I don't. Do you know what that is? No. I'm not aware. Is that what your primal zodiac is?
That's my primal zodiac.
Okay, what is that?
So the primal zodiac is a combination of your what is it? Your normal one, not normal, but astrology one.
Okay, what is your year? Oh, yeah.
And then I'm
a Leo.
I'm a cock, and I'm a cock and a lion. Yeah.
Okay.
So when you combine the cock and the lion, you get a peacock.
Okay.
And the spirit animals. You don't. It's not actually a combination, but it's people born who are the year of the cock.
Yeah.
In August.
Okay.
Or whatever. August or July.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
So do you feel like a peacock? Do you feel like
I feel very, very much
representation?
It's a very accurate representation.
Okay, good to know.
But a spirit animal, you just pick your own.
Spirit animal is just an animal that you feel it embodies you. I feel like it could be a mixture between the embodiment of who you are, also maybe who you want to be. Yeah. You're never gonna pick something that is something that you hate. Well, sometimes you're oh, I want to be a tiger, but I'm more a muskrat. You know.
No, I think I'm pretty keen on peacocks.
Peacocks are cool.
A little flamboyant, a little.
Yeah, I mean, I see that. Yeah,
with that big old hat and the hair.
Yeah, if your mustache was peacock feathers, then that would make sense.
Maybe for Halloween I can dress up.
Maybe for Halloween, yeah, but you probably won't though. So, the next one is habanero. Yeah, this should taste like orange. So enjoy. And this one is like slightly hotter, but still not a bad.
It does have oranges in there, so
yeah.
Citrus.
Wow, I really just like see a few keywords like the carrot and stuff.
It's like we're gonna do a green label, so we're gonna put green things in it.
I like the way they think.
Or do you think it's like this product is green, so we're gonna put a green label?
I feel like
what came first?
The sauce,
or the sauce or the label?
They probably the sauce. Yeah. You think they came up with the label first? I mean, you're the DTC founder. Like, how do you come up with your product?
I mean, sometimes
you build a label and then you're like, now let's figure out what should go in here because this looks cool.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get like the visualization for what the product should be, and then you like try to craft the product. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for me, Old Money is a fragrance.
I love that name.
It was based on my trips as a child to the Vanderbilt estate, Biltmore.
Yeah.
In Asheville, Tennessee, North Carolina.
Yeah.
And so I used to go there, and I remember like the billiard room with these like giant curtains that have that kind of like musty, peppery smell, and then like the leather chairs, and the bourbon, and like the wood paneling, and so I wanted to like
embody that, and then you have to figure out the ingredients.
Yeah. So then we made the product based on the visualization.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's like I kind of always start with the story and the story and the brand, which includes like kind of the name. Like I had a name, Four Vices, which are like the beardsman's favorite four vices: coffee, tobacco, cannabis, and hops.
Oh.
And so like that was the vision.
Sense.
And then it's like, how do I come
do you have like a guide on this? I feel like this is something I should be.
I just sit around and think.
Beardsman's for
Yeah, you just sit around and think. So like you have to have time to like do nothing.
Yeah.
And then just be like, I'm bored, so what would be cool?
make some stuff.
Yeah, and then like 90 of it's shit.
Wow, I'm learning a lot today. All right, let's dig in. So I'll give you a minute.
But that's my superpower is like strategically thinking about things.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah, I usually just like think about them without the strategy, and then see where that goes. It's not the best method.
All right, let's see how orange tastes.
It's got more of a kick, but it's not like. What do you think? Do you think it tastes like orange?
I mean, it's definitely like I definitely taste the habanero. It brings back a memory. I went to a burrito place in Spokane, Washington, and they had a sauce similar to this.
Yeah. Butter.
It's like it is like sweet. It is like kind of sweeter.
Yeah.
I think than the first one.
Yeah, I think it has more of a zest.
Yeah, but it's still like it's like it is spicy, but not in an unpleasant kind of spicy way.
Yeah, in like a flavorful way.
You do the same flavors every episode.
Yeah, but I kind of like forget what they taste like, so it's like a new journey every time. And I keep making the same mistake. Okay, so I'm also curious, like, because you seem to be very like devoted to the world of like the beards and the beardsmen. Like, how did you start the company? Like, where was the idea from? Like, you said it was a side thing at first.
Yeah. So the beard brand story is like there's the not so funny one and the real.
Let's hear both.
Okay, the not so funny one is like is when they asked that. I was walking down the street and there was beard brand and I found it. Makes me the founder, which is like a very...
The founder! Yes! I love puns. That's
so it's like a very, very...
No, that one's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, but let's hear the other one.
The real one is like...
I'm ready to stop now. We're done. Yeah.
I used to be a financial advisor at a mega bank many years ago, and they wanted you suit and tie, like classic career haircut. No hats. Completely shaved. And in that role, I just felt like I was putting on like a mask. I didn't feel like I could be my spirit animal. Couldn't really peacock,
Maybe like a pigeon.
Yeah. The only way you can peacock is like a tie and like those.
Yeah, or like the saw. Like there you see guys in their like little suits, and you're like, look at my cool socks.
Yeah.
And they're like, that's the only like source of like creativity.
That was a thing for a while. I would not recommend any guys wear like those kind of socks currently in 2023. But
Oh no.
yeah, it's past.
That's fine.
So anyways, I hated that. Like I felt miserable. And then working for like a mega bank, selling like I don't know if you have a financial advisor or not, but like in that role, it's a sales role. And then you have to view everyone in the world as a prospect. So you have to start looking at everyone based on their net worth and their investable assets. And like that, to me, that's just like a dirty thing. It's just like, how much money do they have in stocks? How much money in stocks? And it's like, I don't want to judge people based on that. And I don't want to have to like prospect everybody too. So I did not like the job. I could go into a long rant about financial advisors. If you guys want financial advice, just buy the S&P 500 whenever you have cash to do it, and then save all your money.
Great, done.
Yeah. So anyways, I quit working there. I started like a freelance graphic design company. Started growing my beard out. Got really into that. Went to forums and read about it, and then ended up going to this beard competition. And it was at this beard competition that I started meeting a lot of other guys. So this was in 2011 when beards were still not totally acceptable, and you were like a little bit of a rebel wearing facial hair. But in doing so, I met guys that didn't fit the traditional stereotype of the bearded guy. Back then, it was like you had a beard if you're a musician or a biker or, like a lumberjack. And I've got hands that were made for keyboards, not any kind of like axes.
Okay, I was like, soft, wonderful.
So anyways, I especially soft now after using beard brand products. So anyways, this is a long founder story. Anyways, I started meeting people like me. Like I met a minister I'm not a minister, but I met like white collar kind of like doctors and lawyers, entrepreneurs, salespeople that traditionally weren't allowed to grow facial hair. And I realized there's this movement of guys who didn't fit the traditional stereotype of the bearded guy. And I just wanted to give them the tools and confidence they needed to feel confident growing their beard, especially in 2011 when you would get a lot of blowback about growing your beard out. I would produce a lot of confidence.
Yeah. Did you win the beard competition?
No. I don't like competitively speaking, I don't have very good facial hair.
Oh. What does a good facial hair? I feel like
it's a lot denser.
I don't know if you can tell, but like his beard looks great.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, it's just a lot denser, a lot fuller. Like I tend to have a little bit thinner cheeks, so they don't grow in very dense compared to some.
So you need to have like wider cheeks.
Well, it's just more density, more hair. So it's just like thicker.
Okay.
And then like color could be like something of interest.
Color, like if you like have like a spotted.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways.
No. You have to go. The competitions are fun. Like the people who tend to go to the competitions tend to be like very eclectic.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah. Now I feel like beards and tattoos have had maybe like a similar kind of progression. Like I feel like back in 2011, like tattoo like was also very like that's a statement to be in a workplace with a tattoo, and now I think it's like much more like respected piece of like representation. I have one. Yeah. On the back of my neck, it's like a little buffalo. No one ever sees it.
Is that your spirit animal?
No, actually, I say my spirit animal is like a jackalope. Yeah.
Is that an animal?
That's like it's not like a real one.
Okay.
But it's like a
so that would be your spiritual. That would be a spiritual. Mythical creature. Yeah,
but like animal can be mythical. Anyway, let's move to the next one. So it's called ghost pepper, but it's not really like a full ghost pepper.
Okay.
So it's like it's spicy, but it's not. Yeah. Okay. So.
And what color is this? Is this?
This is like a dark orange.
Dark orange.
Tomato, burnt orange. This is like I feel like dusk, like the sunset is at a certain, I don't know, whatever. You were like doing such a good job describing things.
Well, I was curious because like,
and then
I've never really seen this color before. Like, I mean,
it's a good color.
It's slightly different than the UT color.
It's earthy.
Very earthy.
Yeah.
Desert.
I feel like it's a very Texas color. Like it's kind of like a barbecue sauce color. Cool.
See,
so,
this label does not match the color of the sauce.
Really? You think it
Because you think
should?
this is...
I think it's a little orangier than what you think it should be, like a dark, like more like a brown.
I mean, this is like a reddish brown.
Yeah. I know. I feel like it's like you're.
We're going to be more critical of the Yellowbird. And
Yeah,
you're really not getting your sponsorship.
Like, no more free stuff from. Not that they gave us anything, but So I'm also curious about like having your brand for 12 years. I kind of want. Can you give us like some of your best nuggets of like things that you've learned from people who are kind of in that stage of like they've launched, they've been around for a few years, they've like, you know, connected with their audience, they've started to do like scale a bit, but in terms of just things that you learned that you like wish you would have known earlier, or can be related to like, I don't know, supply chain or just like marketing or anything that's just like business.
Yeah, I mean, so like in the early days, I think if you're getting some kind of traction, this one was not hot for me at all.
No, I don't know.
Did you think that one was hot?
I just like put like a big pool of it, and I was like, I'm gonna go, or I feel it a little bit.
It's a little more delayed. This one's got a little more delayed kick. I feel like
I hate the tomato, you know.
Tomato mellows it out a bit.
Yeah, maybe. One of my eyes was like, this is it. I'm usually fine on this one, but I just took a lot of it. So.
Okay. Yeah, so anyways, like in the early days, it kind of depends on where you're at. Like if you're still under, let's say, $500,000 a year run rate, so that's like $40,000 a month, something like that, then you're still probably that all-star who's doing everything in the business. Mm-hmm. Maybe you're a one-man team, maybe you're like a founder team, and the goal is really focused on spending as much time and energy trying to acquire customers as possible. Mm-hmm. So like the most, I'm kidding, like I kid you not, do not do anything unless it's spending your time and energy getting customers. So the more you can automate your operations, or like outsource your operations. So like don't be doing 3PLs or don't be sending your packages out or trying to figure out how to do that. You know, don't manufacture, like don't like develop things. Like I say all these, there's always caveats to every single business, but like there are companies that do manufacturing well and there's companies that do marketing well. Like, and if you want to have an e-commerce business that grows rapidly and you want to be a direct-to-consumer business, your number one skill set needs to be on how to acquire customers and figuring that out. Now, there's no right or wrong way. Like, you could do Facebook, you could do like organic content, you could do podcasts, you could do billboards, you can do email marketing. Like, there's so many different ways of growing your business. You have to do the one that you enjoy the most. So if you like writing, don't be going out there and being the face of the company on video. Like, get into blogging. You know, like if you like photography, then you should probably be on Instagram. You know, like if you like videography, then like TikTok, YouTube are going to be your channels. If you're really good at like writing hooks and stuff like that, maybe ads is the way to go. If you're into like data analysis, then like Amazon is going to be the way to go. So it's like find your superhero strengths that you really love doing and you can bring the most value to, and do those rather than watching or listening to some podcast where it's like, oh, I'm with Beard Brain and I grew our business through doing organic content and you should too. It's like, no, that's the worst way of doing it. So that would be my advice for people like $500K a year and below. And then after that, maybe around the 1 million mark, you really start to think about your team. Like how do you grow your team? And I think like the big mistakes I made in those years was like I hired someone off of Craigslist for our first hire, and they were friggin' fantastic. They were great. It's like, oh man, all I got to do is place the thing on Craigslist, and then like do a couple of interviews and
perfect.
And then I had like a good like string of like 18 months of like not so good hires with that same process. So we implemented a hiring process called top grading. It's a ton of work. It's like a 9-step process that culminates in reference checks with your employees or future employees, and you let them know every step of the way that we're going to be doing reference checks. So you weed out like the C players who can't give good references in the early phase, and then you actually do the reference checks, which I talk to people all the time who like give references and their references never get called. But look into top grading for hiring and do that from the get-go. Like, you want to spend as much time and energy in the front end making sure that you know you're bringing on the right people, and never hire anyone that you with the mindset of oh, I can always fire them in the future. Because if that goes through your brain, you are going to fire them.
Yeah.
So it's like, you only want to hire people that you cannot wait to start working on your business tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, where you have this excitement, you're like, oh my God, this is such a right fit.
Yeah.
It fit us perfectly. Like, my copywriter is perfect. Like, if you ever subscribe to our emails and read our emails, the language and the writing style of our copywriter is just like phenomenal. And it's like right on brand. And we've gone through like 2 or 3 different copywriters. And then once he came on board, it's like, I don't have to do anything. Like, he just gets it.
Yeah.
He creates it. It's wonderful. And it's like, you want to get a team of people that are like that. And you can, but it's a lot work.
It takes a long time. How do you find them, or is it just like...
Yeah, so like finding them is, the first stage of top grading, I've done some podcasts on top grading as well, but the first stage is like, you want to get the most compelling job description possible. So you want to make your job seem like it is the best friggin' place to work.
Yeah.
And keyword work, not like get freebies and not get time off, but like the best place to work and do projects and attract people who like to work.
Yeah.
But put it in front of them. So like, don't be afraid to pay for like job boards for specific people. But yeah, you want to get as many applicants as possible. That's your number one goal with the first stage of top grading. Yeah.
It's top grading? What is it?
So like I got a top hat. Well, this is not a top hat, but a top, and then grading. Like
the top of your head. Yeah. Top grade. Yeah. Okay. Are you ready for this one?
I gotta be honest, like, these have been a breeze. Like,
they've been a breeze. They are. Like, honestly, I
we have to switch brands.
So we have to switch brands.
This is another gig on Yellowbird.
Focus on too much on pleasure and not enough on pain, which is why we had to shift to De Balm, which is one that was from the show, I believe, that this show is copied off of.
Can I say that?
The what? Owen. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna find us and sue us.
Yeah. Come after
Let them try, yeah.
We're buying your product.
Speaking of suing, do you actually want to? Actually, here, why don't you dab a little bit?
So do you do a lot of this?
I usually do a decent amount so that I get a reaction from my face. It's like there's you'll feel something. Okay. That's plenty. It might be a hard time for you, but we'll see. I feel like you'll be fine. No, I don't know. So far, everyone besides one person has cried. I cry every time.
Oh, really?
The last time I didn't. But that's only because he was like, oh, this is really hot. And he started to get a little uncomfortable, and then he stopped having more. So I felt like it could have gotten worse, but.
You do a lot, too. Huh?
Yeah, okay.
This label does not match the color. It's got bombs on it.
It could have been more of like a dark,
dry
blood color. So, maybe we won't talk about this doing, but I'm also curious about, so you mentioned that you recommend for founders to really focus on the channels that they generally enjoy. So how did you guys grow? What were your channels?
Organic was our number one channel. So we have a YouTube channel with nearly 2 million subscribers.
Okay.
Another one with a couple 100,000.
What did you do in those, in that content? What was it that?
Well, for instance, we talked about earlier, the Miles Teller. We were talking about how to get the Top Gun mustache look, and we give a tutorial.
Oh, okay.
Kind of walk you through it. So there's a lot of tutorials on how to groom. And then also, we have a barbershop here in Austin, Texas.
Oh.
So we'll film.
What's it called?
The Beard Brand.
Oh, Beard Brand.
Yeah, we're very original.
Where is it?
The Beard Brand Barbershop is off of 51st Street in I-35, so just north of the city. And we got plenty of parking, so you can just come in.
Oh, great.
All right, cheers to crime.
Cheers. It's like a slow burn.
Yeah.
At first you're like, this is the easiest, and then it goes down the esophagus.
Yeah, I felt right when it hit the back, you're like,
yeah. Oh. Yeah, and that's when the eyes start to get a little tingly. Yeah. And then, but it's not the worst. Oh, yeah.
Oh, hiccups from heat.
Oh, no. Do you want some water? Sorry, I watched Eric has eaten hot sauce before, and
Sorry.
he sent me the video, and he hiccuped, and I was like, I wonder if he'll hiccup on this, and
Yeah, this one's definitely a lot hotter.
We've never had anyone hiccup on it before. Well, I'm not going to have any water until you do, so. If you don't want any water, that's fine.
You need milk?
I'll do milk.
Oh, milk, yeah.
What kind? Almond,
not-
oat, regular?
Right? You don't have regular?
I don't think we do.
Yeah.
This is hot.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah. Yay, we got you. Yeah. No, I always cry. Every time. Like a little bit. It's just the eyes. It's more of like, yeah, it's like a reddening. It's more of like you're trying to hold back the tears, but not like a full
No, I can't have
blown.
the tears are coming.
Yeah, just like a little tear is fine. Yeah, we had someone on who I didn't really give her a heads up, and that was kind of messed up.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and she cried like a lot, and and then in the end I was like, this was fun, right? And she was like, I wish I could say that. But anyways, do you remember the question I asked you? Oh, yeah. Okay, organic YouTube channel. You guys also have your own barber shop. What else did you guys do in your organic strategy?
We should get some. Do
Clean.
you have ice cubes?
They're the best. Mm. It's just very-
Almond milk. Yeah, never tasted better.
I know, because it could taste better, you know? I feel like if you, I don't know, are you a big alternative milk fan?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, me neither.
No.
It's fun.
Well, I don't think, like, the whole point of, like, the milk is to, like, chill the caps in. And I don't know if almond milk's just water and, like, vanilla and nut juice.
It's supposed to,
Nut
what
juice
about
is probably not the way to describe
What? What did you say?
Well, nut juice. We could squeeze in the juice out of the nuts.
Not you. Oh, yeah, I saw, like, there was, like, a reel once I saw where it was just, like, a little, like, almond that someone's, like, squeezing and, never mind. Anyways, I'll have to cut out, like, the mid, like, 7 minutes of that. Ooh, ice cube.
Yeah, well, it just feels nice and, yeah.
Yeah.
But not a kind of fault.
Yeah, I'll partake. This is great. I feel like it's gonna be like all really cold and hot at the same time. Is that like a good feeling? Are you dying over there?
I feel like I would hit right here.
Yeah.
Do you have nerves in your stomach?
I imagine so.
Like, do you feel stuff going to your stomach?
I think you can feel it drip down.
Like, I feel the stomach on fire right now.
Yeah. Yeah. You feel alive, right? Just so you know. Oh man. Okay, wait, no, I'm bringing it back though. So you were talking about your organic channel. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so YouTube, blogging. We do a lot of blogging. And we did some PR stuff to generate links from like an SEO perspective in the early days. I feel like that's pretty good. And then we have done ads, but we haven't really done ads successfully as a way to grow the business. So I was on Reddit a lot too, interacting with the community. So it's always been like a hands-on kind of like public founder style marketing.
Yeah.
I want to call it marketing because it's just I'm just doing the things. I'm just doing the things I like to do, like talking on Twitter.
That's great.
That's how you found me.
That's cool.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
know if that's how you found me, but that's how you reached out to me.
It is, yeah. No, because we were following you, so I was like, I think we were just following a bunch of like people in the DCC world, and yeah, I was basically like, oh, this dude has a cool beard, like.
Hey, he'd be great on TV.
Oh, he hiccups when he's hot. Yeah, no.
It's the only value I have in life is hiccuping when I'm
Yeah,
when I eat
yeah,
hot
we're gonna
sauce.
cut everything out. We're only gonna have the hiccup like thing and just put that. Hopefully that will go viral. That was a whole.
When I ate the hot pepper in Denmark many years ago with chili Klaus, about like 12 hours later, it was also very painful.
Oh, ooh. Yeah. Well, this one will be fine. Like, there was only one time where, like, an hour later, I got, like, really bad heartburn. Yeah, but it was just, like, once, so so I feel like it'll be okay.
We have antacids.
Yay!
Was that like an acid from the ants?
Yeah, you got it. That was literally we're like the ant and just
you just smash it up and
smash it up. It's actually like you need at least like 7 ants to get like enough. So, anyways, I guess maybe we'll wrap it up now. So, this was really fun. Like, do you have anything that you want to say? Maybe like shout out to if you like your company, or maybe like shout out to any people that you think are like worth like other people following in this space. You seem to be like pretty connected in the community.
yeah. So I got a bunch of shout outs.
All right, let's do it.
So let's keep this going for another half an hour. Sorry, let me get a hold of
There
Nailed off the mustache.
Yeah, you're great. Yeah.
So anyways, follow me on Twitter. My last name @Bandholz. Buy something from Beard Brand. It doesn't matter if you're dude or dudette. We've got sea salt spray. It's great for hair, body soap. Our products don't know the genitalia that you got, so they'll work on
Gotta
both.
try it out. Yeah.
And then also, what was I going to say? I have an e-commerce conversations podcast.
Oh yeah.
So if you like e-commerce, you could also listen to my podcast. And then, like and subscribe, right?
Like and subscribe. Okay, amazing. Well,
Or at
this
least
is super fun.
comments are even better than like and subscribe. So don't like and subscribe.
Yeah, comment.
Just throw a comment in there and talk about.
You could do all of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be ideal. Goodbye.